Sometimes addiction doesn't begin with rebellion. Sometimes it begins with exhaustion. A breakup that shattered your heart. A loss you never healed from. Bills you don't know how to pay. The pressure to be beautiful. The pressure to be successful. The pressure to hold everything together while quietly falling apart. And somewhere between surviving and pretending to be okay, a drink, a pill, or a substance starts to feel less like a choice and more like an escape. We've seen celebrities with fame, money, beauty, and millions of followers lose their lives to substance abuse. Not because they were weak. Not because they were bad people. But because pain does not care how successful you are. Today we're talking about something society rarely discusses. Good girls get addicted too. And many of them are suffering in silence. Sisters, let's be honest. Being a woman today is tasking. You're supposed to be ambitious, beautiful, independent, nurturing, emotionally available, financially stable, build a personal brand, stay fit, meditate. At this point, some women need a project manager for their life. The pressure is real, and when emotional overload meets easy access to substances, bad things can happen. On the 26th of June every year, which is the World Drug Day, we hear statistics. Arrests, seizures, crime reports. But rarely do we ask, why are so many human beings desperate to feel different than they currently feel? Because nobody wakes up one morning and says, "Today seems like a wonderful day to ruin my life." Society has sold us a movie. The addict is reckless. The addict is dangerous. The addict is someone else's child. Someone else's sister. Someone else's friend. But reality has entered the chat. The woman struggling may be the straight A student, the church girl, the entrepreneur, the young professional, the mother, the woman posting, "Living my best life," on Instagram. And that's what makes this conversation uncomfortable. Because addiction doesn't always wear a warning label. Sometimes it wears makeup. Here's where things get weird. Technology has solved many problems. But it has also exposed us to something humans were never designed for. Constant comparison. For thousands of years, people compared themselves to maybe 50 people. Now, you compare yourself to millions. Every day. The richest, the prettiest, the smartest, the most successful, the most filtered, the most edited, the most fake. Your brain doesn't always know the difference. And that pressure creates emotional strain. Sometimes people cope in healthy ways. Sometimes they don't. Addiction expert Gabor Mate asked a powerful question. The question is not why the addiction, but why the pain. That changes everything. Because behind many addictions is a story. A breakup, a childhood wound, a disappointment, an insecurity, a trauma nobody knows about. The drug isn't always the problem. Sometimes the drug is the attempted solution. A temporary escape from a deeper struggle. Many girls, ladies and women don't seek help because of one word. Judgment. People forgive a stressed businessman. But women often face harsher scrutiny. So many suffer quietly, smiling publicly, breaking privately, functioning externally, collapsing internally. And that's why this crisis remains invisible. Maybe the biggest threat isn't drugs. Maybe it's a world where so many people feel emotionally unsafe. A world where people feel they must pretend. Pretend they're okay. Pretend they're strong. Pretend they're happy. Pretend they're thriving. Until pretending becomes exhausting. And addiction starts looking attractive. To every girl, lady and woman watching this. You do not have to earn support before receiving it. You do not have to hit rock bottom before asking for help. And you do not have to suffer alone. If someone you love is struggling, listen before you lecture. Support before you judge. Stay present before you try to fix them. Sometimes healing begins when one person says, "I see your pain. I'm here. You don't have to carry this alone." Because behind many addictions is not a bad person. It's a hurting person. And hurting people need compassion more than condemnation. If this episode touched your heart, share it with somebody you care about. And comment below, "I choose healing." As I wrap up, your pain deserves attention. Your story deserves hope. And your life is worth fighting for. Until next time, remember, the strongest women are not the ones who never struggle. They are the ones who keep choosing healing, one day at a time. Smarter living. Powered by women. Guided by AI. You shine.